So there's lots of offerings. If you're not aware of them, then feel free to like grab a schedule on your way out and just take it with you, hang it on your fridge or something. Yeah, any questions before we get started? Okay, we'll just practice. So let's start in a comfortable seat. And Rach requested some neck work, so we'll do a little bit of neck work today. So find your seat, and if you want, you might start by just kind of rolling your head around really gently. Just feeling into your neck, maybe even rolling out your shoulders. And then eventually just find your seated meditation, find stillness. And once you found stillness, close your eyes. Be intentional about where you place your hands. So you can rest your hands on your lap. Maybe make a mudra with your fingers. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your heart, or even one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. And then with your eyes closed, just take a moment to notice how you feel. So physically, how is your body this morning? Energetically, what's going on inside? And also, are there any emotions that you may have brought with you to class? And just notice them, where you feel them, how they feel on the inside. And start to bring more awareness to your breath. Maybe noticing the air as it passes above your upper lip through your nostrils. Maybe feeling the subtle expansion and contraction, the subtle rise and fall of each inhale, each exhale. So just allow everything in your life outside these four walls for now to just kind of fall away. So give yourself permission to be right here, right now, with your body, with your breath, with yourself, fully. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. And then take a moment to pause in fullness at the top, maybe sip in a little bit extra. And then open mouth sigh, let it go. Couple more rounds like that. So inhale, fill up. Pause, feel this prana, this life force inside of you. Move it into all the little tiny spaces. And then when you're ready, sigh, let it go, breathe out. Beautiful. One more time. Biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Feel this breath inside of you. Maybe take up more space. Feel bigger, even just energetically. And then sigh it out. Let it go. Seal your lips now. And start to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And then with your breath, whenever you feel ready to add just a little bit of movement, start to reach your arms up with your inhale. So out to the sides and all the way up to the sky as you breathe in. And then out to the sides and all the way back down to the ground as you breathe out. So imagine you're trying to find your fullest range of motion, like you've got a big wingspan as you reach out and up, and then out and down. So make this for just a moment, a moving meditation. Feel into the mobility of your shoulders. Notice what happens to your torso when you reach up. Do you round your spine or do you overarch your back? And how much awareness can you bring into just this simple movement? Finish the round you are on or take one more round. And then end of your next exhale, go ahead and just transition forward onto your hands and your knees. So tabletop position. From hands and knees, you can start with cat-cows, and you can stick with cat-cows if that's what feels good to you today. At any time from your cat-cows, you can start to explore a little more. So maybe move your hips side to side, or all the way around in big circles. Maybe you sit back into a child's pose, rest there for a moment, or even explore from your child's pose. Maybe you even sit back into a kneeling position, explore from there. And come forward towards Cobra, up dog. You can work into your hands, your wrists, your forearms. Spin your fingers out, spin your fingers back. Rock gently side to side. So lots of ways to explore your body physically, energetically, and even stay connected to what's coming up inside of you, what's moving through you emotionally. You can notice thoughts as they come and go. So you can't turn your thoughts off. It's literally impossible as a human being, but you can just kind of detach from them, step back from them, separate from them. So start to watch your thoughts rather than wandering off with them. Give yourself about 5 more rounds, just exploring on your own. Make sure your breath is still right there with you, so you haven't lost track of it. It's still big, spacious, powerful. Even in your breath, there's a balance of effort and ease, softness and strength. Good, you guys. So this is your time to see, how does my body feel? What feels good? What feels open? What feels strong? And then what feels stiff? What feels tender? What feels tight? As you are ready, no rush, downward facing dog. Find your way there in your own time and even in your own way. So if you want to move through a vinyasa, you want to hover your knees in tabletop and then slowly take your hips up and back. So transition with awareness. And once you are back in down dog, no rush, just keep the exploration going. Keep moving around, feeling into your body. And maybe that's big movements. Maybe that's really tiny movements. Maybe that's micro movements on the inside. Nice, good, you guys. Awesome, Sandra. So take your time to just feel into your first down dog of practice. See if you can create lots of space from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Maybe you pedal out your heels. Maybe you even take your feet out really wide and transfer your weight from side to side, kind of on a diagonal. So you'd press into your right hand, press back through your left heel, shift your hips over to the left, and then vice versa. You might windshield wiper your heels from side to side. So feel into your pose today in this moment. And create more space. Use your breath. So big, deep, intentional breaths. Inhales that create a sense of lightness or buoyancy. You literally feel a lift from the inside as you breathe in. And then each exhale, see if you can connect to your center. So at the bottom of each exhale, end of each exhale, feel that navel to spine connection. Maybe you lift your butt a little higher. Maybe you grow your spine a little longer. You guys look great, nice poses. Take one more big in-breath. And then as you exhale, gaze forward to the top of your yoga mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, come to a halfway lift. So go straight into your halfway lift. Make sure your feet are about hips width distance apart. So bring them out wider if they're not already there. And then we're gonna twist. So bend your left knee quite a bit, left fingertips to the ground, right arm to the sky. So think of not a forward fold with a twist, but a halfway lift with a twist. Reach your right fingertips up and maybe even gaze up. See if you can pull your right hip back, but stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot. And then twist from your center. So use your exhales to work your twist from the inside. Take just one more breath. Nice, Jen. End of your exhalation, unwind and switch to the other side. So right knee can bend a lot, right fingertips on the ground, or maybe your right hand's on a block, left arm reaches up. Stick your butt out behind you, especially your left butt cheek. Try to pull it towards the back wall. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your left foot. And then twist from your center. Use your breath. Breathe all the way down into your low belly. Exhale to ring out from the inside. One more round. Nice, Mikkel. End of your exhalation. Let it go. Hang out in your forward fold. Maybe a ragdoll pose. Maybe hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers. So be here for just a moment. You can sway a little bit side to side. You can bob a little bit up and down. Try to relax your neck. Face soft, head heavy. And then imagine you've got an invisible rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling straight up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. So feel that connection to center. See if you can reach your forearms, the crown of your head, just a tiny bit closer to the ground. Take one more round. End of your exhale, release your elbows or your arms if you're holding them. And then just as slow as you can, roll up to stand, one vertebra at a time. Let your arms and your head hang heavy the entire way. At the very, very top, your head stacks. And then once your head stacks, take a few rolls with your shoulders up, back, and down. Eventually, roll your shoulders back and down, palms open to face the front of the room. So you can take your arms out as wide as you need to so that you can open your palms and feel like your shoulders are open. Your pelvis is neutral, your spine is neutral. So feel into this pose. This is our mountain pose, Tadasana. Close your eyes and feel from the inside, embody a mountain. So how would it feel to stand really tall, really proud, really strong, really big? Root through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head, broaden through your shoulders. If you would like to bring a personal intention into your practice today, take just a moment to focus in on it. Maybe visualize it, maybe embody it. Maybe it's a word, a phrase, a mantra. Stay as you are, breathe in as big as you can, and imagine you're breathing that intention into all the little spaces inside of you. Fill up with it. And then big open mouth sighs, send it out into the universe. Ha, good. Ujjayi breath, stretch your arms to the sky, inhale. Exhale, swan dive down. So stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, good. Then release. Halfway lift position as you breathe in. How much length can you create? Exhale, fold and bow. Ah, press into your feet. Lead with your heart this time. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Inhale, stretch tall. Nice, Hannah. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, just like that. Half sun salute. Inhale, high mountain. See if you can keep your pelvis and your spine neutral as you reach. Exhale, swan dive down. Stick your butt out, reach your heart forward. You might bend your knees a lot. That's fine. Halfway lift position as you breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana, fold deeply. From the press of your feet, heart leads, take it all the way up. Inhale, stretch tall. Nice, Charles. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, this time, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine, and then if you can, you might even press your palms together to make it a little more intense. Try not to lock out your elbows, reach your hands back behind you, and then as you stretch through the front of your shoulders, might feel really good to take your head side to side for a moment. Stretch through the sides of your neck, maybe take your chin forward, but keep your shoulders back and down. So just feel into your neck. Breathe into that space. See if you can elongate through the sides of your neck. Come back to neutral if you're not already there. Take one more inhale. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. And then exhale, keep your clasp, slowly dive forward, forward fold with your fingers interlace. Just a couple breaths here. Relax your neck. And right here, see if you can shake your head. Yes, no, maybe so. So let your neck relax, let your face be soft. See if you can lift your butt higher, lift your knuckles higher. One more big inhale. Very nice, everybody. Exhale, hands to low back, then release your clasp. You let your arms hang for a moment. Maybe give them a gentle shake out. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift position, realign your spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. So pause for just a moment, really find your strength. So spread your fingers, push the ground away, navel to spine connection, and then see if you can even squeeze through the fronts of your thighs so your legs are strong. Start to take little tiny baby rocks forward and back. So just like you're sawing through wood with your body, nothing changes in your position, but you should feel it in your hands, your fingers, your wrists, your feet, your toes, your ankles. Next time you inhale, find that little rock forward so you're on your tippy toes. Listen, exhale, lower just a couple inches down, not much. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Now exhale, this time 3 inches down, so a little bit lower. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up. This time, exhale, lower halfway down and hold until you're empty in your breath. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up. Exhale all the way down as slow as you can go. One strong straight line. Nice, Rach. Find your back bend. So you choose today, Spider-Man Cobra, if it calls to you, Sphinx, baby Cobra, full Cobra, up dog. Maybe give yourself a couple rounds, just feeling into this heart opener, this front body opener. And then no rush, but eventually downward facing dog. Take it back when you're ready. Once you're back in down dog, about 5 breaths, reconnect. So strong, spacious inhales, long, powerful exhales all the way to emptiness. So your breath is not forced, you're not straining, but there is a gentle effort behind it. Again, find the balance, effort, ease, softness, strength. If you want to move around in your down dog, go for it. If you want to turn it into a turbo dog, go for it. So you would just bend your elbows, squeeze them towards each other, let them hover a couple inches, an inch or so above the ground. Everybody, no matter where you are at in your down dog, soften your face, unclench your jaw. Loosen up through your forehead. So those places that don't need to be working, allow them to soften. Big deep breaths. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, gaze forward, step or hop, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale to your halfway lift position, nice and long, spine parallel to the ground. Good, Mikkel. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, lead with your heart, rise all the way up. Big stretch, inhale. Hands to your heart center, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And then as you exhale, my friends, we're going to step our right foot off the right side of our yoga mat. Bend your knees, butt back and arms forward. So think of a halfway lift position with warrior 3 arms. If it feels like too much, you can reach your arms back or out to the sides instead. That's your modification. Weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Think of a really long spine. So imagine you're trying to press your arms up and your chest down at the same time. Take one more round. Awesome job. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, come back to your mat. Both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. High mountain. And then exhale, we'll move to the other side. So step your left foot to the left, all 10 toes face forward. Bend your knees. Either arms reach forward, arms reach back, or out to the sides. You choose what feels best to you. So challenge yourself, but don't feel like you're straining. Don't feel like you can't breathe. So make sure your breath is still there. Strong, powerful, slow, spacious. Awesome poses. Weight in your heels. Pick up your toes. Take one more round. Arms want to move up, chest wants to move down at the same time. Inhale, back to your mat, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, cactus your arms, baby back bend. Make it come from your mid and your upper spine. Tone your low belly. Inhale, re-extend, realign. So neutralize your pelvis, neutralize your spine. And then exhale to slowly dive down. Nice work. Halfway lift position. Breathe in, find length. Try to gaze down rather than forward. You're gazing over the edge of a diving board, and then exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you would like. Add some push-ups. Skip it completely. Take it on your knees. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Nice, Kathy. So just move with awareness, with intention, with your breath. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So three-legged dog, and for this one, hips are square. So inner thighs face each other. Sometimes I like to bend my left knee and come up high onto the ball of my left foot. So it almost feels like you could pounce forward at any second. And then sometimes I like to work my left heel towards the ground and work the length in the back of my left leg. So you can feel both versions. What feels more beneficial for you today? What do you get more out of? Where do you feel the different variations? So stay curious. Take one more big inhale into your three-legged dog. Nice job, you guys. Press up with your right foot. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, shoulders over wrists. Stay here as you breathe in. You should be on your back, tippy toes. And then exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge. Take just a moment to kind of stretch your legs. So whatever feels good to you. You can bring your back knee down. You can straighten your front leg. You can open your front hip. So just feel from your legs, what would feel good right now? What do I need right now? If all you do is close your eyes, put your awareness in your legs, and simply breathe, simply tune in, that's perfect. In your next couple of breaths, rise up to your high crescent lunge. Nice poses, everybody. So for crescent lunge, make sure your back toes face directly forward, your back hip faces directly forward, and then hug towards midline. So you find stability here, not by getting super deep into your lunge, but by hugging in. So front hip pulls back hip pulls forward, and your legs feel really strong. Your legs are your foundation, and then your upper body is your unique expression. So feel into it, lift through your heart, reach through your fingertips. Maybe you spread your fingers really wide, or maybe today you soften. See if you can gaze slightly up, lift, take one more big inhale, reach. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. And then we'll rise back up into a warrior two stance. So pivot your back heel down. And then when you're ready, cartwheel your arms up, Virabhadrasana 2. So right toes face directly forward, left toes face directly out to the left. Good reach. And then wrap your right butt cheek underneath your body. So you want to feel like your right knee is tracking towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing inward. Next time you breathe in, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach up, try to touch the ceiling, and then reach back. Don't forget about the bend in your front leg. So keep lunging into your front leg, tracking your front knee towards your pinky toe. Keep pressing into the outer edges of both feet. Nice, Chris. Breathe into your right side. Imagine that you want to lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. Beautiful, huge breath. So use your breath here. Create more space. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, side angle. So come back through your warrior two, reach forward and then tip it over. Right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. You can also rest your right elbow gently on your right thigh. Maybe reach your left arm forward towards me and lengthen your left side body. Half bind or full bind if it's in your practice. And if you want to go there, got about 2 more big deep breaths. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek, tracking your right knee towards your pinky toe. Back leg stays strong, back foot stays rooted. Soften your face. Next time you breathe in, good job, you guys. Rise up, reach both arms up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Exhale, swan dive down, wide-legged forward fold. Wherever you want to go, about 5 rounds of breath here. So feel free to move around, explore. Feel free to just be still and feel your breath as it moves through you. Wherever you choose to be, your breath is right there with you. You feel it, you hear it. Slow, steady, spacious inhales and exhale. Nice job, my friends. Take your last couple rounds here. Next time you breathe in, come to a halfway lift position. Fingertips on the ground, or if you want to play, you can reach your arms out to the sides, even forward. From here, we're going to transition into a low lunge. So start to bring your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, and then root into your front foot. Back leg floats high, standing splits. So think of this as just a one-legged forward fold. I really do not care how high your left leg goes. Just lift it as high as you can. And you can choose to keep your hips square or let your left hip open. But as you do that, make sure you don't sink into your outer right hip. So everybody hug in with your right inner thigh and see if you can feel that connection to center, navel to spine. That invisible rope is pulling up on your belly button. You can stay where you're at. You can wrap your right arm around your right leg. You can make a couple little hops towards handstand. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. Breathe. Good, nice job. Good, Kathy. See if you can spread your left toes as they float in the air. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, set your left foot down next to right foot. You can give your right leg a little shake out if it needs it. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Tiny little potato bug ball, so tuck and curl. Butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. You can lift your heels intentionally, or you can press your heels towards the ground intentionally. The first works strength, second works flexibility, so you choose. You can keep your hands down to help with balance, or wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a great big squeeze. So breathe into your back ribs and see if you can stretch the space in between your ribs just by breathing bigger. Take one more deep breath. Nice job, friends. Inhale to a halfway lift position. So heels down, spine long, lengthen out. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, vinyasa, however you would like. Meet back and down dog. And you can always skip it if you would rather. Nice, Mikkel. Good, everybody. So try not to rush through. Transitions are just as important as the poses. So stay present as you move from pose to pose, even if it's something you've done a million times. Next time you inhale, pay attention as you slowly extend your left leg to the sky. So feel every little bit of movement as you reach your left leg up. Beautiful, nice, Jen. And then hip square. Maybe you bend your right knee a lot, lift to the ball of your right foot. You might be able to take your right butt cheek a little bit higher and stretch, lengthen a little more. Maybe you want to press your right heel towards the ground. So notice the difference. Which one feels like you're getting more benefit? Neither one is right or wrong. They're just different. So what feels best for you or most skillful for you today in this moment? And then where's your breath? Have you lost it or is it still there? Big and spacious. Take one more big inhale, pressing up with your left foot, pressing down through your fingertips. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. So on your back, tippy toes, so you can get higher on your toes, lift through your waistline, inhale, and then exhale, step your left foot forward, low lunge. Take a moment and just move your legs in a way that calls to you on this side. So it doesn't even have to be what you did on the other side. Just feel into it. Bend your, or excuse me, straighten your front leg if you'd like. Bring your back knee down, open front hip, lots of ways to explore. Maybe you just close your eyes, put your awareness in your legs, simply breathe. That's all it has to be, nothing fancy. In your next couple of breaths, Crescent Lunge is where we'll meet up. Nice, Hannah. So front knee over front ankle, back toes face forward. Nice, Charles. Back hip faces forward. Find your stability. Build your strong foundation. So plug the femur bones into the sockets. Pull front hip back hip forward. And then your unique expression with your upper body. What does this pose feel like for you today? Is there a way, maybe not, but is there a way you can embody your own personal intention in this posture? Soften your face, unclench your jaw, gaze up if you can. Take one more big inhale, reach just a little bit higher, lengthen your side bodies. Exhale, hands come down, moving into a warrior two stance. Pivot your back heel down and rise when you're ready. So Virabhadrasana 2, right toes are now facing towards the right side of the room. Left toes are still facing directly forward. Make sure your butt's not sticking out behind you. So wrap your left butt cheek underneath you. You guys look so good. Nice work. Beautiful poses. Next time you inhale, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up. Reach up like you want to touch the ceiling. Then reach back. As you reach back, keep bending into your front knee. Lunge deeply into your front knee. And then imagine you're trying to lift your left rib cage up away from your left hip. Nice, Chris. Breathe into your left side, left waistline. Soften your face. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, side angle. So come through warrior two, reach forward like you want to touch the front wall, then tip it over. Awesome, Kathy. Left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky, or right arm might reach forward, half bind or full bind if you feel like going there. If you want to rest your left elbow on your left thigh, perfect. Just make sure you're not putting all your weight there. So you're still in integrity. Your legs are strong. Your left side obliques are working. Beautiful poses, good variations. Wherever you're at, make sure you can still breathe. Big, spacious breaths. One more, your fullest expression. Nice work, friends. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise up, reach both arms straight up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, and exhale to slowly dive down, wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to move around or be still, up to you. So lots of exploration to be had if you want, or you can just hang out, simply breathe. Feel on the inside, the expansion and contraction, the little tiny micro adjustments. Just stay present with where you are. Stay present with your body, sensations moving through, energies moving through, emotions moving through, and even thoughts. A couple more rounds. If you're working somewhere, slowly wrap it up. Next time you inhale, nice, Jen, halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground, or if you want to play with some arms, feel free. We'll slowly return to a low lunge at the top of our mat. So hands come forward, toes rotate forward, left foot roots down, right leg floats up for standing splits. One-legged forward fold. So don't psych yourself out with the name. I do not care how high your right leg goes. Just lift as high as you can. Try not to look forward unless you're playing with handstand. Otherwise, your gaze is back behind you at the back of the room or even up at the ceiling. So let your neck relax. Maybe left arm behind left leg. You want to hop, go for it. Take a couple more breaths. See if you can lift your right leg higher. See if you can even spread your right toes. So energy running all the way up into your right foot. One more inhale. Exhale, set your right foot down to the top of your mat. Forward fold. You can give your left leg a little shake out. Big toes touch, little gap in between your heels. Tiny little potato bug ball, tuck and curl. So this pose, it seems pretty basic, but there's so many ways you can explore. You can lift your heels really, really high, super high, and then see if you can get your butt closer to the ground, your nose closer to your knees. You can press your heels down or try to press them down. That's really good for your ankle flexibility. So feel into your pose, breathe into your back body. One more big breath. Next inhale, halfway lift position, heels down, spine long, realign. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Root through your feet, reverse swan dive all the way up. Inhale, stretch your arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And here we go with our flow, breath to movement. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Bend your knees, butt back, arms forward, or wherever you choose. Make it your own. Inhale, come back to high mountain and stretch. Other side, exhale, get low. Weight in your heels, spine long, back of your neck long. Inhale, back to center, reach and stretch. Now as you exhale, work your back bend, cactus your arms, navel to spine as you curl open. Inhale, re-extend, realign, neutral pelvis, neutral spine, feel into it. And then swan dive slowly, exhale all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, big inhale as you lengthen. And exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. See if you can keep that exhale going as you lower, even hold empty. Inhale to peel your heart open. Nice work. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Press up with your right foot down through your fingertips. Exhale, use your core. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Strong legs, crescent lunge. So inhale, rise. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Pivot your back heel down. Listen, reverse warrior. So you're going all the way up and back with your inhale. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, empty all the way out. Inhale, rise up, reach up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Exhale, swan dive down, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine, all the way to empty. Inhale, halfway lift position. I personally like my fingertips on the ground, and then exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. Standing splits, breathe in, left leg high. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. So tuck and curl, get small, empty out. Halfway lift, heels down, spine long, realign. And exhale, plant your hands, step or float back, chaturanga, move through it. Inhale, heart opens. Try not to just move through your back bend, but feel it, hit the pose. Then exhale, down dog. Left leg to the sky, breathe in, lengthen out. Use your core, step your left foot through softly. Inhale to slowly rise, crescent lunge, strong through your legs. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come down. Pivot your back heel down. With your inhale, reverse warrior. So all the way up and back. Lengthen your left side. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip over, empty out. Inhale, rise up, both arms reach up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Swan dive down, exhale, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. Standing splits, inhale, right leg lifts, spread your toes. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball, get small, empty out, curl in. Halfway lift, breathe in, heels down, spine long. Stick your butt out behind you. Exhale, forward fold, bow deeply. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart, reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach your arms up, stretch tall. Hands to heart, exhale. One more time through, listen for a few small changes. Inhale, high mountain. Step your right foot to the right, get low, arms forward, butt back, or your own variation. So feel free to make it your own. Back to center, reach up, breathe in and stretch. Other side, exhale, get low, butt sticks out, crown of your head reaches forward, spine nice and long. Inhale, back to center, reach. Baby back bend, navel to spine as you open your heart, lift your sternum. Inhale, re-extend, realign. So feel neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Then take it down as you exhale, swan dive. Nice, halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Keep your exhale going. Nice work. Feel your heart open. Breathe in. Take your hips back, breathe out. Nice reach. Inhale your right leg high. Listen here. You can hang out, stay here, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Stay here and hold, or exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can on your right arm. Out of push-up if you want it. Inhale, back up. Nice work. And then everybody, knee to your nose, step forward, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, slowly rise, arms to the sky, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, bring your hands back to the ground, slowly, intentionally. Pivot your back heel down, reverse warrior as you breathe in. So rise all the way up, reach back. Yes, good, Sandra. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, all the way to empty. Now listen, pause here. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. Otherwise, balancing half move. So maybe you take a block with you, reach your right hand forward, float your back foot off the ground. Hips are open, legs are strong. Squeeze through your outer glutes, your outer butt cheeks. Yeah, heart is open, shoulders are open. See if you can lift your back leg just a tiny bit higher. Beautiful, you guys. Take one more round. And then come back to that side angle position and rise up. Reach up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Inhale here. Good work. Exhale, swan dive down, back to our flow. So all the way to emptiness. Inhale, halfway lift, perhaps fingertips on the ground. And then exhale, low lunge, walk your hands forward, rotate toes forward. Inhale to your standing splits, left leg super high, spread your toes. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball, curl in, get as small, as compact as you can. Inhale, halfway lift position, realign. Beautiful. And exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, or you can always skip it, go straight back to down dog if you'd rather. Nice work. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders down and back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high, stretch and lengthen. You can hold here, or exhale, left knee, right elbow as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged, stretch it out, spread your toes. Exhale, left to left, as high as you can get on your left arm. Maybe bend your elbows out, a little push-up. Nice, Jen. Inhale, three-legged. And then everybody, knee to your nose, step forward, low lunge. Rise to crescent, strong through your legs. Lift your heart, inhale. Exhale, hands come down, nice and easy. Back heel pivots down, reverse warrior. Rise up, reach back, bend deeply into your front knee. Exhale, side angle. So come through warrior two, reach forward, tip it over. Stay here, or option for balancing half moon. So reach your left hand forward, maybe take a block with you. Back foot floats up. Make your back leg really strong. Yes, Lysandra. It's like you're stomping your back foot on the back wall. Beautiful. Shoulders open, hips open, heart open. One more round. Lift your back leg a millimeter higher. End of your exhale, slowly back to side angle, and then rise up, reach up. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Inhale here, and then with your exhale, dive down, wide-legged forward fold, all the way to empty. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands forward, toes face forward, low lunge. In standing splits, breathe in, right leg floats high, spread your toes, lots of length. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. So we're gonna stay here this time. You can stay in your potato bug ball, or you can turn it into a toe stand for a little balance challenge. So hug in with your inner heels, inner thighs, inner knees. Point your knees forward and see if you can bring your hands up to your heart, balancing on your tiptoes. So just be here wherever you are at, about 2 more breaths. Soften your face, slow, steady breath. From here, friends, you can either plant your hands, step back, move through a vinyasa, or you can plant your hands, play with crow pose for a moment if that's in your practice. You can either step back, or if you're working on a jump back to chaturanga with bent elbows, move through a vinyasa, and then we'll meet just in a child's pose or a resting pose of your choice. So no hurry. Eventually, just find a place to settle, to slow down, to tune back in, to reconnect. So if it's helpful, close your eyes. If it feels good, take a couple open mouth sighs. Just notice, how does your body feel? Has anything shifted, even the tiniest bit, physically, energetically, emotionally, since the very beginning of our practice? Can you slow down your breath just a little bit more? Give yourself a couple more rounds wherever you've chosen to be. And then downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And then this time, open up your right hip. So bend your knee, reach your right knee out and up. Lift your right knee as high as you can. Feel it stacking. Feel your right hip stacking on top of your left hip. And feel the opening in the front of your hip. Breathe into it. Keep pressing down through both hands, lengthening through both side bodies. So your left side might get a little shorter, but not too much. Take one more big inhale. Lift your right knee high. Exhale, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, and then step your right foot through softly, low lunge. We're gonna move into a revolved lunge. So left hand stays on the ground, or left hand on a block, right arm to the sky. So twisting from your center. Good, back leg is powerful, almost like the power of the entire pose is coming out of your back foot and your back leg. Imagine you're trying to drag your right hip, your front hip, towards the back of the room. But at the same time, right knee is hugging towards your left armpit. Awesome, Jen. Breathe down into your belly. Use your exhale to work your twist just a little bit deeper. Take one more. Nice job. End of your exhale, unwind. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow, let it go. Root through your feet, rise all the way to stand. Inhale, take your arms to the sky. Pause here, so high mountain. Root down into your left foot. So you might visualize all of your weight coming into your left foot, float your right knee up. All right, moving into another twist. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee or thigh, right hand to your sacrum. So you can use your arms as gentle leverage to work your twist. this might be where you stay. If it is available to you, you can grab your right foot with your left hand, outer edge or peace fingers around big toe. Start to extend your leg forward, but only as far as you can without rounding your spine. Keep squeezing through your inner thighs. And if you would like, right arm reaches back, possibly gaze back over your right fingertips. The trick is to stay connected to your center. So feel at the end of each exhale, navel to spine. Awesome, you guys. Take 2 more breaths wherever you're at. See if you can keep your front leg lifted and then slowly unwind. So don't set your front leg down yet. Arms to the sky, standing stacked. Hold here. Big inhale. Now listen as you exhale, swing your right leg around, right toes off the left side of your yoga mat. Hands to heart, get low, curtsy squat. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward so hips are square. Take a few little pulses up and down. Let that heat build in your legs and send your breath to it. Soften your face. As low as you can go, hold 1 more round. Tall through your spine, draw up through the crown of your head. Inhale, high mountain, stretch it out. And swan dive down, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, pause here, side plank, right hand is your base. So roll onto the baby toe edge of right foot. If you want, your right knee can come down to modify, no big deal. Thanks, Chris. Lift your hips really high. Maybe take your left arm forward towards the front wall. So think of a crescent moon shape or a rainbow shape with your body. Maybe your left leg floats up. Maybe you even step your left tiptoes back behind you. Find wild thing, open your heart. Wherever you're at, 1 more great big huge breath, fullest expression. Awesome, Charles. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Take an inhale at the top to prepare, push the ground away, and then exhale slow as you can all the way to your belly. Start with just a baby cobra. So lift your heart using back strength rather than arm strength. Gaze should be slightly down so the back of your neck is long. Float your hands up, reach your hands back, float your feet up and reach your toes back, locust pose. If you would like, you can interlace your fingers and see if you can use the leverage of your arms to lift just a little bit higher. Yes, hug in with your inner thighs, spread your toes, feel your back muscles squeeze around your spine. Take 1 more big inhale down into your belly, float up. Exhale, let it go. Nice job. Rest your head to either side. You can shimmy your hips a little bit. You can windshield wiper your shins a little bit. Breathe down into your low back. Just give yourself a little micro belly shavasana. And then in your next 4 or 5 rounds of breath, downward facing dog. So if to transition, you want to move through some cat-cows or you want to grab a child's pose, please feel free. If you want to just stay on your belly a little bit longer, perfect. And as you move back into down dog, reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. Powerful, strong, slow, and steady. So even if your body is tired, your muscles are fatigued, your breath, every time you breathe in, it's brand new. So use it. It's like your second wind. All right. From your down dog, my friends, next inhale, take your left leg to the sky. Try not to shift through your arms, through your hands, through your shoulders as you open up your left hip. Good reach. So bend your left knee, reach it out, reach it up. Stack left hip on top of right. Personally, I like to imagine that I'm squeezing an invisible washcloth behind my left knee and trying to wring it out. See if you can lift your left knee a little bit higher. Active through your left foot. Take 1 more inhale. Awesome, Kathy. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So curl and round your spine, then step your left foot through low lunge. Revolved lunge, right hand or right fingertips on the ground. You could also use a block. Left arm to the sky, twist. So back leg strong. Awesome, Charles. It's like the power of this pose is really coming from your back toes, moving through your back leg. And then feel into your center. Pull your left hip back. Hug your left knee towards your right armpit and twist, twist, twist. Maybe gaze up at your left fingertips. Take one last round. Beautiful. End of your exhalation. Unwind. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Halfway lift. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet all the way up. Inhale, stretch your arms up, high mountain. Pause right here. Root into your right foot, so all your weight comes into your right foot. Visualize if it helps. And then left knee floats up. Standing staff. So find your balance here. And if this is where you want to stay, totally fine. Next step is our twist. Right hand to the outside of left knee or thigh. Left hand to your sacrum, your low back. So you can use your hands as leverage to help you twist further. Stay here, or right hand to your left foot, outside edge, or peace fingers around big toe, and extend your left foot forward, your left leg forward, only as much as you can without rounding your back. Maybe you take your left arm back. Maybe you gaze back over your left fingertips. Everybody hug in with your inner thighs. Twist from your center. Soften your face and breathe. Wherever you're at, one more round. Try not to set your left foot down as you slowly unwind back to standing staff. Inhale here. Exhale, curtsy squat. So articulating through your left hip, swing your left leg around, left tiptoes off the right side of your mat, hands to heart, get low. Take your little pulses. Hips are square, so right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Just 1 or 2 inches of movement, not much. As low as you can go, hold. One more breath. Inhale, high mountain stretch. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. And exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Pause in your plank and move into side plank. Left hand is your base this time. So outer edge of left foot is karate chopping the ground as you lift your hips really high. Maybe take your right arm forward. Good. Maybe even float your right leg up. So you can lift your hips higher. If you want to turn it into a wild thing, right tiptoe step down behind you and then curl your heart open. Let it look up at the sky. Beautiful. Wherever you are at your pose, one more big breath. Beautiful job. End of your exhale, plank or modify. Find your strength first. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale to slowly lower all the way to your belly. Start with baby cobra. And then from your baby cobra, move into locust, just like we did before. Float your hands, reach them back. Float your feet, reach them back. You can interlace again, or if you want to go for full floor bow, go for it. Bend your knees, reach back, grab hold of the tops of your feet or your ankles. Once you've got them, nice Sandra, kick and pull. So kick, feet into hands, pull hands back into feet, hug in with your inner thighs. See if you can flex through your pinky toes. Yeah, good. Wherever you are at, you guys breathe all the way down into your low belly. Take one more big inhale. And let it go, exhale. Rest down, turn your head to either side. Shimmy your hips, windshield wiper your shin. And then your next 3 to 5 breaths, downward facing dog. Once you're back in your down dog, reconnect. Ujjayi breath. Feel it. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg high. And exhale, pigeon. So just nice and easy. Right shin comes down at the top of your mat. Your body comes down. Take your time to set yourself up with intention, with integrity. So right knee towards the outer right edge of your mat, just like we do in Crescent Lunge. Pull the femur bones into the sockets. Keep pulling your right hip slightly back and slightly up as you bow forward. And if you know this pose works better for you on your back or in a seat, you'd rather take it there, always, that is your option, your choice. And just big, spacious breaths. Perhaps visualize your breath moving down into your hip. Unclench your jaw. Loosen up through your forehead, eyebrows, eyelids. Open mouth exhales anytime. Got about 4 or 5 more. Good job, you guys. I love the different variations. Take your last couple rounds here. Big, deep, let go with your exhale. If you're on your back and you want to stay there, you can just take any little movements to neutralize in between sides. If you're in regular pigeon, end of your next exhale, slowly begin to lift your upper body. And then 3-legged down dog. So plant your hands, curl your back toes, take your right leg back and up, give a nice little shake out. If wild thing would feel good as a counter pose, go for it. If a vinyasa would feel good, take one. Eventually regular down dog, just walk it out. And then I will just let each of you in your own time find your way to pigeon with your left shin forward or your left shin on top if you're down on your back. So set yourself up with just as much intention, attention, care as you did on the other side. Big deep breaths to settle. And see if you can just be the wide open space for life energy to move through. So sensation, thoughts, emotion, let it just come and go. Open mouth exhales anytime. Oh. I'm gonna guess around 3 or 4 more breaths on this side. I will leave it up to you ultimately. So just judging on your own when you feel pretty much even on both sides. Start one last transition back to down dog. So maybe a 3-legged dog, maybe a wild thing, maybe a vinyasa, but eventually regular down dog, no rush getting there. If you're already down on your back, you want to wait for us there, totally fine. And then once you're back in down dog, just walk it out one last time, feeling into all the space, all the length you have created. Good job, you guys. One last breath into down dog. And then end of your exhale, just set your knees down. And actually everybody, unless you're already in your Shavasana and you want to stay there, that's fine. Meet in a seated position. So a little bit of neck work before we go down onto our backs. I think it feels good to work the neck after practice, because sometimes during practice, I'm going to strain it a little more. So let's relax and lengthen our neck. Sit up nice and tall. And then behind your back, grab your left wrist with your right hand. So take your right hand all the way over to your left wrist behind you. And then just let your head fall over to the left. Feel the space in the right side of your neck. So your right shoulder is down. And you can feel the space between your right shoulder and your right ear. Breathe into that. Might feel good to tilt your chin just very, very slightly up. So you're not lifting your head up. You're just turning your gaze slightly up, tilting your chin slightly up, and I'll bring the stretch more to the front of your neck. You could also tilt your chin slightly down towards your chest. Bring the stretch a little more into the back of your neck. I like to just close my eyes. Visualize my breath moving up and down that space between my right ear and my right shoulder. Good. Take about 2 more. And then keep your head the same. Just release your arms so they're down by your sides. Roll your head forward, chin to chest. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers right behind the back of your head. And just gently press your hands down into your head, but at the same time, press your head up into your hands. Your elbows don't need to be squeezing your head, but they can just kind of relax down, like gravity take hold. Press your head up into your hands, hands into your head gently as you breathe into the back of your neck. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. End of your next exhale, release your arms again. And then reach your left hand behind you to grab your right wrist or forearm. Roll your head over so right shoulder and right ear meet or get as close as they can. Try to keep your shoulders down so your shoulders are not working, they're relaxing. Left side of your neck is really long, so breathe into it and elongate with each breath. Maybe tilt your chin up or tilt your chin down just a little bit. Breathe, couple more big, spacious breaths. Keep your head exactly the same, but let go with your arms. So arms again, just down by your sides. Roll your head forward, chin to chest. And then just keep this movement going like you're drawing a little smiley face with the crown of your head. So left ear to left shoulder, and then forward, chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. You can stick with just this movement, or you can take a full circle, turn it into a full circle. Just be very careful and aware as you go back. Don't let your head just fall back. That'll crunch the back of your neck. So think of extending back. Keep your shoulders down, nice and relaxed. And then if you are taking full circles, take a couple in the opposite direction. Good job. Slowly finish the round you are on, back to center, back to neutral. So just lift your head, gaze straight forward. Go ahead and lower down onto your back. Once you're on your back, full body stretch. So take your arms long, take your legs long. pull yourself apart like you're trying to touch the front and back wall at the same time. Take one more big inhale. And then exhale, draw your knees in, find a gentle rock from side to side. Supine spinal twist of your choice. Let your knees fall either direction. And if there's a certain variation you want to take with one leg straight or legs crossed or anything like that, choice is yours. And just keep your breath moving all the way down into your low belly a little bit longer. And just giving your weight to the ground. Switch to the other side in your next couple of breaths. After you have taken your twist on both sides, come back to center and find a happy baby pose. In your happy baby, you can rock it out gently. You can straighten one leg and then the other, even both at the same time if it's available to you. Take a few rounds in happy baby, and then if there are any last poses, any final movements, finishing stretches that you would like to take for yourself, take a moment to move through any of those, and then eventually start your transition into your final relaxation. My thought for you, my reading for you today, it is a part of the poem by David White called Close. Close is what we almost always are. Close to happiness, close to another, close to leaving, close to tears, close to God, close to losing faith, close to being done, close to saying something, or close to success. And even with the greatest sense of satisfaction, close to giving the whole thing up. Our human essence lies not in arrival, but in being almost there. We are creatures who are on the way. Our journey, a series of impending anticipated arrivals. Human beings do not find their essence through fulfillment or eventual arrival, but by staying close to the way they like to travel, the way they like to hold the conversation between the ground on which they stand and the horizon to which they go. We are, in effect, always close to the ultimate secret, that we are more real in our simple wish to find a way than any destination we could ever reach. The step between not understanding that and understanding that is as close as we get to happiness. For these last few moments, Just let yourself be where you are, close to so many things, not needing to ever arrive anywhere. Your human essence, just rest, soak it in. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Just slowly, gently bring little movements back into your physical body. And as you feel ready, roll to either side, fetal position. Take just a moment to rest on your side in this nurturing pose. Take a moment to come back to your intention that you said at the beginning of practice, if you did so. Just one last time, focus in on it, maybe embody it, visualize it in some way, and visualize it just soaking into your being, absorbing into your body, just becoming a part of you. Using the strength in your arms, guide yourself up into a seat. All right, back where we began, sitting up nice and tall, any little wiggles or movements, and then eventually just hands to heart. Close your eyes. Bow your head to your heart and acknowledge yourself for taking time out of your day to show up, to do your practice, connect with a deeper part of yourself. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste.